I'm Mike James, and in this tutorial I'm going to use the calculator to solve a matrix problem. In this example we're given two matrices A and B, both of which are 3 by 3 matrices. In the first part we need to write down the inverse of matrix A. We're expected to do this using the calculator. Now I'm going to form the matrix template by hitting the catalog button, and I'm going to choose tab 5. And I'm now going to move to the 3 by 3 template, which you can see has been highlighted, and I'm going to press enter. I'm going to accept the default values, and there's my 3 by 3 template. I'm simply going to copy the numbers from matrix A into this template. Now once you've entered the numbers, it's important to hit the right arrow button so that the pointer's outside the matrix, and I'm now going to raise this matrix by hitting the raise button to the power of -1 and press enter to get the inverse, and there's the inverse on the right hand side. So let's go back to the main page, and I've written down A inverse. Let's go on to part B. Let C be a 3 by 3 matrix such that this expression or equation is true. That is, A times C times A inverse equals B. So we have a matrix equation here, and we have to find C. Now to do that we need to get C on its own. How do we do that? Well, we can use this property that A multiplied by its inverse will give the identity. Remember, the identity for a 3 by 3 matrix is a matrix where all the numbers on the leading diagonal are 1 and all the other numbers are 0. And if you multiply any matrix by its identity, you'll get that same matrix again. So how am I going to get C on its own? Well, I'm going to pre-multiply matrix A on the left hand side by its inverse, but I must do the same to matrix B on the right hand side. So I get A inverse times B on the right hand side. I'm also going to post-multiply A inverse by its inverse, which is matrix A. So I get A inverse times A on the left hand side, but I must do the same to the right hand side, post multiply matrix B by matrix A. Now remember, matrix multiplication, the order is very important. Well, this looks quite complicated, but the left hand side simplifies considerably because A inverse times A is the identity, and so is A inverse times A on the right, the identity. And if you multiply the identity by the matrix C, you just get C. So we end up with C on the left hand side. On the right hand side we have A inverse times B times A. So all I'm going to do now is replace A inverse by the matrix we found up here, and replace B by its matrix, which is given, and also matrix A by its matrix, which is given in the question. So we simply now have to multiply these three matrices together. Now remember, the first matrix is matrix A inverse. So let's go back to the calculator. Now we know A inverse, it's already been calculated in the first part of the question. So instead of re-entering it, I'm going to hit the up arrow button. There's A inverse, it's highlighted, and hit enter. I'm going to hit the multiplication button. Now the middle matrix B, we do have to enter it from scratch. So I'm going to hit the catalog button. There it is. Hit enter. OK. I'm going to enter matrix B, which is 1, 0, 2, 0, -1, 0, 3, 1 and 2. Again, I'm going to hit the right arrow button, make sure the pointer's outside the matrix. I'm going to hit multiply. Now the third matrix that we have to put in, if you remember, was matrix A. But we have matrix A already right at the beginning because we found the inverse of matrix A. So I'm going to highlight it by hitting the up arrow twice and press enter. So I'm just going to copy it, it's much easier. But I don't want the power -1, so I'm going to delete that. I just hit enter now and I've got the answer. 301, 2 minus 1, 1, 4, 0, 0. So that product gives that result. So that's how we can use the calculator to solve a matrix problem.